Y'all take it easy and be strong out here, you heard? Everything is good as much as you're gonna make it. You'd be surprised some of the bombshell news people are receiving as a result of what's going on in their personal lives, much less to pay attention to politicians telling you there's a mystery flu in the air that's nowhere to be found, but in your mind. You can't believe people who have a track record of lying to you to further any type of a political agenda. That's just it. If you don't read books, then I'm sure the media becomes your books and the news becomes your books. And therefore you take that, lap it up as a dog would milk or as a cat would tuna fish, and you claim you're being given sound right reasoning when in reality, you don't have any information to counter the lies that you've been given. We have to be mindful of these things. We have to be strong. We have to be conscious. We have to measure our resolve internally, because all that we need to suffice with the new restrictions and the new imposings we have within ourselves. And to all those who are rioting, we give a black fist bump. To all the sisters in the Instagram lives and going into their stories and keeping content readily available so that we could chop, mix, share, comment. Salute to you all. Keep up the beautiful work. To all those that are going through things and are too shy to put that forward due to how people might view you, more power to you as well. To all of the white Americans or our light-skinned Americans that are actually contributing unto the beautiful things that have been happening and taking place, we also tip our hats off to you all. There's always been Jane Browns. There's always been John Browns. There's always been Quakers. There's always been abolitionists. We've always had enough to suffice for our needs. We've always had enough to suffice for showing people we actually hold the bigger grip. We don't take light to what others say based on our pride, and we are a seriously prided people, and we've been prided for such a long time that others, they unfortunately are clandestine to the realities of what's necessary in order to formulate strength and purity in life. What's going on, gods and goddesses, top of the energy source? May the sun be with you. Stand tall and stand strong, all you all. Listen, we got protests going on everywhere right now. Why? Black people are pissed off. And although the people that are not participating on the front lines, there's people participating on the technical lines, the information lines, the Reiki lines, superconscious, unconscious, subconscious, conscious lines. One body, many parts. Great big community, many tasks at hand. Ignorance is blitz, but of course the righteous, we're allergic to it, so we take no part in the play. We take no part in the narrative. We take no part in any lies coming from the same people who have been lying. And all you black folk out there saluting, getting it in with the white man, swirling, talking his business, pushing his business on other people, talking about voting, talking about y'all need to stop looting. Ain't no looting. If somebody's in debt to you over 400 years, how the hell are you gonna be looting? I call that getting even. You sound crazy. Looting. We're taking from who? Have you met Mr. Target? Have you met Mr. Walmart? Have you met Mr. CVS? Have you met these people? Or have you just met corporations with several products from manufacturers in their stores, and of course a monopoly on these stores due to the wholesale market enabling us to get things for a cheaper price. However, you upsell it to the local person who doesn't have the car or the wherewithal to have access to these places that push some good food and obviously the majority bad for processing. As for mentioned, you don't want your DNA reversed. As for mentioned, school is meant to grade you, keep you in place. It's never been for you to excel. That's why they say, oh, he's fast, or we had to put them in a special school. So what's not special about the other children in the other schools? They're all special. Black people, we are mentally, physically, sociologically, biologically, developmentally faster in terms of growth and maturity than are our fellow Edomites, aren't we? So more pride to be taken. The majority of contributions to the world came from non-white people. Continue to reflect on the good. Continue to eat good. Continue to believe in all that you were doing prior to any noise via the media. Stop eating TV. Stop eating radio. If you're unable to decipher what's being given unto you, then that means you're going to lap it up and be silly enough to try to argue that weak point with someone who actually has a brain. Not that you don't have a brain or I don't have a brain, but when we start to concoct the very mixture and elixirs of this system against one another as if it's effective in any way or has been beneficial in any way, we begin to see what is called black on black domination in service of white domination. Black on black violence in service of white domination, as quoted by the beautiful elder Amos N. Wilson. Y'all be strong and stay focused. Laugh at what's going on, because if you don't, trust you me, the last laugh is going to end up being on you when you realize that you believe the whole hoax. COVID don't exist. How do you know that they're not taking swabs, putting it in a specimen, and that specimen is geared in to determine how weak or what ailments a person might have? And once they gear in their ailments, then they give them the false positive test kits and are unfortunately harming people. It's the same way you got the polio vaccine, same way you got the HIV, same way the syphilis experiment went wrong. They give you what they give you and say sorry later. Y'all stay focused, because I ain't taking nothing. I ain't playing with nothing. I ain't a part of nothing. And as long as that's understood by the system, they won't see me. I'll never be holding on, crying, pulling on knees for nothing. Do the same.